Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining. Fly fishing nowadays, indicators have become a big part of fly fishing. Some people like them, some people don't. But there's some days that you'll catch fish suspending the fly beneath an indicator, virtually static, when you won't get a take with standard methods. So you have to do what you've got to do to get the fish. Now you can also fish various flies under the indicator, like egg flies, buzzers, different types of worms, etc. So this pattern here is a productive pattern. I'll show you how to tie it. What I do is put the bead onto the hook, and then I create the eyes on the bead before I start doing the body. So the hook I've got in the vise is a jig hook. It's a size 12. The bead I've got on the front is a 3.8 millimeter, and it's a metallic olive colour. So what I'm going to do is use the thread, and it's brown 75. You know, this is a classic waxed in 18. So I'm just going to pop the bead up at the front, get it into position. Just put a little ramp on there just to keep it in position. And what I tend to do is when I'm making these, I'll do all the eyes on the bead first, and then have a production line of them. It's much easier. But I'll show you what I do to. I'll tie that off actually, and then look at what I'm doing. Now what I'm using for the eyes on this one, you can see on this old hook packet, I've got white on there and I've got bright orange on there. This is what I'm creating the eyes with. Now these are UV gels. You might have seen them on some of my other flies, and you can get all different colours. I've got different colours of them. This is the white, and obviously this is the bright orange. So I'll just put a little, as you could see on that before, put a little dot on that hook packet. So what I'm going to do is get a cocktail stick. So just a cocktail stick, and use the fine point on the end. Now the UV gel, so I hit them once I put the UV gel on the top. I can hit it with a lamp and harden it off. So I'm going to take a little bit of the white. Now I want this big axe, so this is going to be the outside of the eye. So I'm going to tip it over on the side, and I'm just going to do it like a little round motion just to get the eye on. And I'll spin that round, because when that actually flattens it out a little bit as well. So you see that on there. I'll put the other one on the other side as well. So I'll get the white again. Obviously trying to keep them the same size as well. So I'll put that one on there. There's the other one on that side. So I'll get my UV torch, and then I'll harden each side off. And that's the outer ring of the eye. So what I'm going to do after I've done this bit is put a central part of the eye, just a little dot of the bright orange, and the orange stands out, as you'll see when I hit it with a light. So I'll got another cocktail stick, and I'll do the same, but all I'm doing this time is putting a tiny little bit into the center. So I just want a little touch in the middle. Like so. Hopefully you can see that. You'll see it when I hit the light on it. Same again on this side. Just a little touch in the middle. Yeah, hopefully the camera's picking that up on there. So what we'll do then is hit it with a light. You'll see the brightness as I hit it, how bright that pupil of the eye is on there. So I'm hardening that off. Same on this side. Hopefully it's picking it up how bright it is. Now I'm going to keep that nice and robust. I'm going to use an overcoat of UV over the top of the whole lot and the bead, and this protects the eyes. And I'll hit that and harden that off as well. You might see it better if I do it that way. And then I'll just zap that. Now, like I say, I normally do a production line of these. I'll do probably a dozen at a time and let them harden off. Because what I do at the end of these, I put a coat of varnish on as well over the top of this. So there's your basic eye done there. So you can see you can make a lot of them up. Now the body of the fly is this soft mini agate, and this is in medium olive. Lovely colour. So we'll get a bit of that, but we'll tie back on again now, because we're going to put a little underbody on this. So we'll cut that off. Now we're going to put some of this here again, crinkle flash, just a little bit of that for under the tail, like I've done when I've made the minnows in the past. Put these underneath as well. So get a length, and then I double it over, put it on the top, double it over again, so you've got 4 strands, and then work back towards the tail, underneath, and back over. Just cinch that down. Now again, I'm going to cut this just behind just past the bend. Now we'll get some of our material, our body material. Got a strand here, and we'll take a measurement of it. So we'll want it just past the tail bit, so we'll put that onto there, and we'll put a loose wrap to start off with around the side, and then over the top. A few times, and then we'll start binding this down. It's nice and thin. A lot of people use mop flies, and I did myself in the past, but this type of pattern is well outfished. The mops are a lot obviously thicker than this, you know, big fat tails on them, and you know, they're not as soft as this material. This material is lovely and soft, and when it gets wet, fish don't spit it out basically. I think it's a real body of something nice and soft. So we'll then use this and we'll start wrapping, making the body of this. You can see it's really soft material. We'll start make the body. keeps it fairly thin. Now we're going to come up to here, and I'm going to leave a few millimeters because I'm going to put some little legs in this, straggle legs. So we'll just make a little collar there. Then we'll cut that off. That'll do for the next one. Now we'll trim our tail bit, so because we want it to taper down. So we'll just trim that, make it nice and slim. There you go. Now what we're going to finish off with here is a length of straggle legs in copper brown. It's very fine, it's got fine legs on it. It's nice material for finishing it off, so I'll take a bit of that and I'll tie that just behind the bead. I mean, this fishes well during the winter, but it's also a good pattern in the summer. It's like it's a bit like a damsel imitation, so the fish like it for that as well. Obviously it fishes, with it being on the jig hook, it fishes upside down, so we'll just tie them straggle legs in. And behind the bead. I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to get a little bit of super glue. Put that in there on the thread and just go behind the bead, finish it off. There you go, and then you've got those. It's a lovely and soft that, and then you've got these straggle legs here as well. So when it's upside down, you can pull the straggle legs down. So it does look like a damsel type pattern as well, and the eye just gives it that little hot spot. So we'll just to finish it off, we'll put touch of varnish over the top of it, over the eyes. Over the bead. There you go. That is a cracking pattern. Winter through the spring, summer. If you want it suspended under an indicator, you can vary your depths. Excellent pattern. So gets them tied up. Fairly easy to do. You'll not be disappointed. If you like that, please hit the like button. Check out my other videos, fishing videos and fly tying. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It'll be much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Cheers now.